Forget the myths of constant battle. For Lucius, a typical legionary serving near York, Britannia, around 100 AD, daily life was a grueling reality. His day begins before dawn, shattered by the harsh blast of the Bushina horn. He stirs in the cramped contubernium, his 8-man squad's shared space. Quickly, they assemble on the parade ground, the campus. The Centurion inspects every man, every piece of vital gear. His vine staff, the Vitis, is a constant symbol of iron discipline. Orders echo, the daily password is issued. Lucius's structured, demanding day has begun. Survival hinges on immaculate equipment. Lucius begins the meticulous check, a ritual of self-preservation. His armor, perhaps the segmented Lorica segmentata, is inspected for rust and faulty straps. Blades, the deadly gladius and backup pugio, must be sharp, clean, oiled. The imposing scutum, his shield wall, is examined for weaknesses in wood or leather. Even his heavy hobnailed sandals, the calligi, demand attention. Sound footwear is paramount for the endless marches. Roman discipline extended even to appearance. Legionaries were required to be clean-shaven, a practical measure against hand, holds in combat and lice, achieved with a simple, often rough, bronze razor, the navacula. Then comes sustenance, the foundation of which is the grain ration, the frumentatio. But this grain doesn't arrive ready to eat. Within his contubernium, Lucius, or one of his mates, faces the daily back-breaking task of grinding wheat using the heavy rotary hand mill, the mola manuaria. This relentless labor yielded coarse flour, but also introduced grit into their diet. Archaeological finds confirm the toll. Severe tooth wear was rampant among soldiers. Breakfast itself is basic, functional fuel, a thick wheat porridge called poles, or dense military bread, panis militaris, cooked over a shared fire. To wash it down, the ubiquitous army drink, posca. This mix of sour wine or vinegar, water, and sometimes herbs made questionable water safer, provided electrolytes, and was considered a healthy staple, far removed from the diluted wine civilians might enjoy. The heart of Lucius's day is dedicated to relentless activity, either intense combat training, the exercitium, or demanding manual labor known as munitioners. Idle hands were rare. Roman commanders believed constant occupation forged discipline and fitness. If training, the legionary endures route marches covering miles under the punishing weight of a full pack, often exceeding 60 pounds, earning them the nickname Marius Mules. Weapons drill involves heavier wooden replicas, practicing efficient, life-saving thrusts with the gladius against wooden stakes. The pali, the iconic pilum, the heavy javelin, is hurled repeatedly. Its genius design featured a soft iron shank behind the hardened tip. Upon impact with a shield, it bent, rendering the shield unusable and impossible to throw back. Physical conditioning is brutal, running, jumping, even swimming, sometimes burdened by armor. Complex formations like the impenetrable testudo or tortoise are practiced until flawless. Alternatively, Lucius might be assigned fatigue duty. Roman legions were masters of engineering. He could be digging defensive ditches, quarrying stone, felling timber for fortifications, or repairing roads that networked the empire. This constant construction and maintenance built and sustained Rome's power, erecting forts, bridges, and aqueducts across conquered lands. Other duties included gathering fuel and water, tending to pack animals, ensuring camp sanitation, or assisting in the workshops. Specialized soldiers, the immunes, clerks, medics, artisans, were exempt from these common labors, having their own vital tasks. The midday meal is basic, often eaten on the spot, perhaps bread, cheese, or leftover porridge. This relentless cycle of sweat and toil defined the Roman soldier as much a builder and laborer as a warrior. As duty ends, Lucius returns to the tight confines of his contubernium. Here, the 8 men pool rations for the main meal, the Cena. Often it's more porridge or flatbread, perhaps a stew flavored with vital salt, the root of our word salary, or occasionally bacon. Soldiers often supplemented this diet through foraging or purchases from the nearby civilian settlement, the vicus. Life in the barracks' 2 small rooms, one for gear, one for living, forged intense bonds. Downtime, otium, is scarce. Gear maintenance never truly stops. If time permits, visits to the communal baths offer social respite. Gambling with dice, tesserae, though forbidden, was common, as finds attest. Soldiers might tend personal devotions or rely on burial clubs, Collegia, for peace of mind about their fate far from home. Literacy varied. Letters home, like the famed Vindolanda tablets, might be penned on wood or wax. Soon, the Bucina calls again, setting the night watches, the Vigiliae. The Tesserarius ensures the password circulates. For Lucius, if not on first watch, sleep is found in the crowded, restless dark. What reward awaited? The legionaries' pay, the stipendium, faced heavy deductions for food and equipment. Wealth was rare. Discipline was absolute, enforced by the Centurion's Vitus, with harsh penalties, even decimation, looming. Life revolved around rigid routine, immense physical hardship, the tight-knit contubernium, essential engineering tasks, and sheer resilience. This relentless daily grind, the structure, the labor, the community, was the true unglamorous bedrock upon which Rome's legendary military success was built.